O'Reilly Factor, the #1 cable news show for 15 years and counting.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the Miller Time segment tonight. My trip last week to Cuba and politics unusual. Join us from Santa Barbara, the sage of Southern California, Dennis Miller. Miller, you're on. The segment is on. You're on television.
Bill.
Yeah.
Billy,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. It's all right, sure. What are you doing out there, Miller?
Let's see. I have to ask you right off the bat, was Ed Henry at a Hillary rally or a Bernie rally?
That was Hillary.
I thought it was Bernie because I noticed the scoreboard, it was tied. Listen, obviously politics last night, another big night for John Kasich, the poster boy for the triumphant loser. You know, if Kasich hadn't won Ohio, he'd probably be president by now, using the inverse prism that he uses. And Hillary supporters, I watch her speak, they must deaden down their sympathetic nervous system to not blush when they're shoveling that crap. I see where Comey is going to interview her for the FBI. He better take a BS snorkel. You know something, Jimmy? That has turned into the Falcon and the Snowman and the bad pantsuit over there. I have an idea. I think we ought to take the 4 people who are left and let them all run. All right? We get Cruz, we get Trump, we get Bernie, we get Hillary. Let them all run and let the chips fall where they may. That seems like the best idea to me.
Now, the Falcon and the Snowman was a movie starring Sean Penn, I recall vaguely. Not a big blockbuster. Just want to put that
Billy,
into perspective.
you have to give your audience more credit, my friend. I'm sure they remember
Miller, you know,
that stuff.
I usually do, but in this case, I think there may be 3 people, Sean Penn and his parents, know who the Falcon and the Snowman is. Okay.
All right.
Now, Miller, I went to Havana to check out.
You went to Cuba?
Yeah. Check out venues to see if...
Whoa, Billy, 1 second.
Yeah.
Department of Justice just kicked the door. Guys, I'll be done in a second. I'm doing the O'Reilly Factor. The laptop and the drives are over there. All right, we'll see. Sorry, Billy, I'm being gang audited out here.
Right,
Go ahead.
Right. They went from Delighten's house to the studio to get you. Anyway, I went to Havana to see if there was a suitable venue for the O'Reilly Miller live show, and it was very hard to find.
I won't go down. You'll have to take Waters to that one. I won't play there until frickin' frack Crooked. I'm not going down
You're not
there.
going
I
down?
think they're bad guys. No, I won't go to Cuba until the Castros die.
Okay.
And even then, it's not big on my list. But I'm telling you this, I heard you had a bad hotel experience down there. And you know something? You should have stayed over in the prison quarters at Gitmo. I hear that's the last plush place on the entire
That's a
island.
nice place. I've been to Gitmo twice. That's a nice facility down there.
Yeah,
and
especially where the prisoners are. It's like a Muslim sandals. And
okay,
I don't mean
I
the
have to tell a secret about Guantanamo Bay, Miller, and you can react to this. Some of the guards told me that in every cell, and I saw this from my own eyes, they have an arrow pointing to Mecca, all right? So that the prisoners there can pray in the direction of Mecca. But some of the guards actually changed the arrow to point to Las Vegas. Unbeknownst to the prisoners, and I thought that was cruel, but that is absolutely a true, that happened.
All I know, Billy, is I just read that not only is Obama going to get all the remaining detainees out, he's going to turn them into Democratic superdelegates. So it's kind of an interesting exchange program they've got. Now, when I heard you were down in Cuba, Bill, I had an image of you like Hyman Roth up on the roof with all your friends saying, show everybody the cake before you cut it. And there we have the iconic Che Guevara shirt. Now, I guess Sanders is pushing socialism over here, Billy, and I just don't know if Sanders has the same iconography as Che Guevara does. I'd ask for the art department to come up with. Nah, it just doesn't quite work. It's not as exciting as when he does it.
I know. Listen, the Che Guevara shirt was a piece of garbage, and they wanted $35 for it. I mean, I wasn't going to do that.
Guess what?
You know.
It was a photograph because Che was a piece of garbage. The whole country, the whole world has gone flipping.
He's everywhere, though. He's everywhere. And I hate to say this, Miller, but your beard looks like Fidel. I mean, you could be, you know, it's the same kind of Fidel thing going on. Last word.
The only thing I could tell you, Billy, is my beard would never play in Cuba because dissidents don't live long enough to have it turn white on them.
No, you would be in some camp far, far away. Dennis Miller, everybody.